Oh, that chick, dog. That's a yikes. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10, dog. 2 out of 10. Okay, so Supercross will continue. What a fitting time for this information to come out. Literally just made a video on, like, what the hell are they going to do, right? So now, Supercross has came out with the information that they are going to continue the final half of the series. They are going to actually reschedule it for a later date, later in the year, which, you know, you would have to assume it would be after outdoors because they're not going to run it during outdoors, right? So that's at least, and outdoors is basically running its normal time frame. So you're going to be looking somewhere like after summertime, right? That's where you're going to be looking for these Supercross, the last half of the 2020 Supercross season to actually get finished. Oh my God. That was like a 25 jump in right there, Doug. Definitely going to pop off on that. Oh man, now I'm getting ramrodded. Come on, Ray. Give me a break, Doug. Oh, that inside right, bro. That inside right. Yeah, Doug. Okay. So yeah, this is interesting. Now we got the information. At least they're going to be finishing the series in some kind of a way. I know this was about their only other option other than completely canceling it. I mean, what the hell else were they going to do? Like, you know, with motocross continuing to run in its normal schedule, yes, they did cancel Hangtown, but still, you couldn't just, like, you know, postpone the Supercross rounds and then do Supercross in the summertime. A lot of people were kind of thinking down that road. They might try to do that. They're not really going to be able to do that with motocross, right? So their only other option really was to try to do the rest of the Supercross rounds after that, and that's all they could really do, you know what I mean? So, I mean, this was actually pretty expected. It was either going to be this or they were just going to totally cancel it altogether and not even finish it, right? So, I don't know, dudes. It's going to be really interesting to see, like, which riders opt out of racing outdoors, knowing that they're in the points hunt for the 2020 Supercross Championship still, and they'll be running that after outdoors. It'll be interesting to see, especially, like, in the 250 side of dudes, like, which dudes just opt to not even race outdoors just to make sure, you know, they're on that Supercross grind still, and they're really still doing that. The main reason why a lot of people run outdoors is because Supercross is so far away. You know what I mean? You run outdoors in the summer, and then you don't have Supercross till the complete next year. But now, with this, it's like, dog, you got the rest of the Supercross series probably right after outdoors. I mean, honestly, that's probably the way they're going to end up doing it, you know? Man, been a minute since I played this game. Man, it's really cool when you come back to this Supercross 3 game. You realize how fun the physics really are in this game. Like, damn. It's giving me some real good vibes here on the feeling of this game after not playing it for a little while. It's actually fun to come back and play it, right? But yeah, so I don't know. This is good for the sense of, like, we'll finally be able to have a real champion, and they'll have to actually do the full series, even though it's split right down the middle. At least it won't be, like, handed to anybody that didn't fully earn it, and it won't be just totally canceled. So, I mean, in the grand scheme, yeah, this was probably the best way they could have went about doing it. So it's cool that they are going. I was kind of shocked by this. I'm surprised they're even going to be able to get the stadiums lined up, and I don't even know if it's going to be like, you know, week after week after weekend. It might be one of those things where they have to schedule, like, Indianapolis one weekend, and then it takes like 2 or 3 more weeks to schedule the next race. And then it takes another week or 2 to schedule the next race, you know, to go on to Detroit and whatever. It may not be like as normal as what you're thinking in your head, because they may not be able to get all that to be scheduled like that, right? But I don't know. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But this is really cool. This is definitely like okay, we're still going to have Supercross, like, at the end of the year. So they may have to cut into the Monster Energy Cup. You know, we may not be able to have a Monster Energy Cup this year, which that's fine by me. I would rather have the Supercross title, like the actual Supercross Championship, than the Monster Energy Cup. But either way, that's going to be interesting, going into outdoors and then going into Supercross again, and then going, bam, right into the 2021 Supercross. There's going to be dudes riding Supercross for, like, fucking, you know, like 10 months straight. It's going to be crazy, dog. Oh, man. And then some of the dudes that are opting out of outdoors this year, are going to be just like Supercross for a year, like a year and a half straight. It's going to be insane. But either way. So, yep, Supercross came out with that information, I think, yesterday, saying they will finish the season. They will finish all of the rest of the rounds, if I'm not mistaken. They're saying they're going to do every one of the rounds that they have missed. And they actually finally came out and finalized that they canceled Vegas and the round after that, or postponed it, right? I don't think that had actually been officially stated yet that they were going to do that, even though we all expected that. You know, they started with Seattle, and then they canceled Indianapolis, and they canceled like the 5 rounds, and then now they're finally canceling the final 2 rounds. But, yeah, by the way they're talking, I do think we're going to be getting every single one of these rounds that they missed later on in this year, in the fall, towards the winter of 2020. So we'll see how they can put all this together, but it's cool that they're still going to do it. I'm happy about that for sure, because that would have been really difficult to try to figure out a way. I mean, they would have just basically had to cancel it and not give the title to anybody, which would have been really not good either at the same time. So, I don't know. It's cool that they're going to be able to do it, though. Definitely shout out to them for, you know, being able to do this. I mean, you got to think about how much, you know, economy, money they thought they were going to get at a certain time. Now they're having to wait to get it, you know, from all the people, you know, wanting to buy, you know, tickets, get all the refunded tickets, all the bullshit they had to go through. I definitely feel for a lot of you guys out there that have had to go through this crap, and we're all having to go through it, you know, but it's definitely hurting some people worse than others, and so I feel for you dudes, man. All you dudes in the travel industry, and I mean, all these other industries that are really affected by it. I got a few nurses around me, so I know how it all is, you know what I'm saying? They're a lot better off, but they're having to go through it, you know, so it's affected everybody in some kind of a way, right? So yeah, but like I said from the very beginning of this thing, give it a month or two, and we'll get on through it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be just fine. There ain't no sense in getting some doomsday prophecy bullshit, Mad Max, like in Ken Roxon's pink-ass hair, have some Mad Max action going on, you know what I'm saying, Doug? I was watching one of those Mad Max movies like a week or two ago. Actually, it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And it was right around the time Roxon kind of got that whole like pink hair shit going on. And one of the dudes in like the first Mad Max, or the second one, I can't remember which one it was, but he's got like some crazy ass wild colored hair like that. I was like, oh my God, dude, you can make a meme out of this. And Roxon's hair like so easily. But yeah, either way. So yeah, finalize the full. Oh, and this also goes with futures as well. They've totally, you know, canceled the futures rounds of Vegas and the final round. So I don't know if they're going to reschedule that at some point. I'm not sure how what their plans are for that, but yeah. Either way, we're going to get our Supercross in 2020 one way or another, boys. So this will be interesting to watch outdoors, though, with everybody thinking in their head they still got the Supercross title on the line. That's kind of what I was going into in my video before. Like, dog, just imagine being Tomac, Roczen, Barsha, thinking in your head, damn, I'm still in the points of this Supercross title, and here I am out here going wide-ass open 5th gear on a 450 trying to race for this outdoor title. You know it's going to affect them, like their mentality and how hard they're riding. I mean, the only one it may not affect quite as much as Tomac, just because he wants to get that 4th motocross title in a row, so he's going to be going wide-ass open no matter what for the 4th in a row motocross title. But like for Roczen and Barsha and shit, you know, they're way more going to be thinking about that Supercross title than trying to get a motocross title, just because they're already in the points of the Supercross title, you know? So they're definitely, I think you're going to see a lot more mellow riding of some of these dudes that are still in the points of 2020 Supercross in outdoors. You're going to see kind of like they're riding with a points lead or some shit all the way through outdoors, right? It's definitely going to change the dynamic of it and how everybody's riding, so it'd be cool to see. But either way, I won't ramble on anymore. Just want to get this information out there. We will continue, my dudes.